Our moms taught us the most valuable lesson the moment we were born. I watched my wife, now my ex-wife. I'm not successful at everything in life. I watched my wife give birth. I have a 2.5-year-old. Took me 50 years to get ready to have kids. It was actually my mom's dying words. She made me promise. She had cancer. She was in the emergency room. She opened her eyes after a couple hours of being unconscious and looked at me with that cancer voice and said, "Have babies." I said, "Mom, this again?" She said, "Hey, Kurek, your brothers or sisters, they have kids, but I've always waited for you. I gave you a unique name because I knew you had a unique energy and you're going to do something big on the planet. And I want to give you a title that was different." I said, "You know what, Mom? This time in the hospital with you made me ready, and I promise we'll have kids." And I said, "I love you." And she closed her eyes, never gained consciousness. It was game over. Came home. 2 days later, got pregnant. Don't piss off Mom. See, like I was saying, is I watched my wife give birth. Who's the toughest human being on the planet? What is that person's name? Mom. See, because I watched something the size of a rock melon come out of my wife's body the size of an eye socket. Oh, yeah. Gentlemen, if this came off our backside, we would never eat solid food again. We'd been on a liquid diet. We're not that tough. But see, the moment he came out, and now, by the way, my son, not only did he come out, but he had to put his fist next to his head because he had to make it difficult. The moment they laid eyes on each other, it went from unbelievable pain to unconditional love in a fraction of a second. She didn't remember the pain. I'm going, "But my back's killing me. Give me some drugs." And they refused. But the thing is that our moms taught us right from the beginning is this. Transformation. Now, the part of the word Asian, this means, I spelled that wrong, but the experience of. Trans means to go beyond. And form, well, that just means what you have right now. So transformation means the experience to go beyond what you have right now. And our moms taught us that from the first millisecond we were born, because guess what? She taught us that you can take the worst situation and turn it into the most valuable, wonderful feeling anytime you want to by making a decision. She showed us right there. Unbelievable pain to unconditional love. You can turn anything you want into something great unless you keep getting hung up on what's bad about it. And they taught us that right from the beginning. And that's what we need to do every day because, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? How many people here are in business? Oh, please raise your hand. All right, I'm going to give you guys another flip chart. By the way, guys, I'm not a motivational speaker. This is not a personality contest. I don't actually care if you like me or not. I'm not here to teach you content. I'm here to help you facilitate real change. That's what I do on the planet. And if I got to play tough love with you guys, that's my job. So here comes a flip. You cool with that? Was that my mom who yelled out? Oh, look at this. Oh, thank you. Thank you for not pointing it out. I got a bald spot. The only way to fail at life is the failure to participate. The only way to fail at life is the failure to participate. I'll show you what I mean. Everybody please put your pens and paper and stuff down. Everybody please stand up. It's all right, stand up. Everybody face this wall, please. Can I get some music? Everybody face this wall. Put your hands on the shoulder of the person in front of you. Give them a nice shoulder massage and wake them up. Rub their shoulders, rub their shoulders. Rub their back, rub their back, rub their back. Karate chops, karate chops, karate chops. Switch direction. Rub their shoulders, rub their shoulders. Rub their back, rub their back. Karate chops. Everybody face forward. Hands above your head, stretch it tall. Over to one side, the other side. Stretch it back, stretch it forward. Slap 5 people a high five. All right. Have a seat feeling great. Have a seat feeling great. Ma'am, I apologize. I talk fast. Your hands are probably going to start on fire. All right. The only way to fail at life is the failure to participate. So when I ask you guys a question, I expect an answer because, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't participate, you get left after everybody else. You get what's left over after everybody else has made their choice and there's nothing left. And so what you just experienced is what I call my level 1 motivational tool to get you to participate. It's called the shoulder massage. You really don't want me going to level 2. Because instead of shoulder massage, it's butt massage. Now I see guy sitting next to a good-looking girl going, oh, right, I love the butt massage. It's my favorite. And I see guys stuck next to another guy going, ha, oh, no, why'd I even show up? Until the guy next to you is still smiling going, oh, but I like the butt massage too. We don't want to go there. The last credential I'll quickly share with you guys before we get going is that as of 6 years ago, I am a #1 international best-selling author. This is a very big deal for me because I tried to write 2 other books before How Would Love Respond, and I quit. I didn't know what I was doing. I wrote myself into a corner. One book was 8 chapters long, one was 7 chapters long. I can tell you I didn't know what I was doing because one paragraph was 85 pages long, and one sentence was 16 pages long. I basically didn't know what I was doing, and I quit. Anybody here ever read those 2 books before? Why not? I quit. But I decided, ladies and gentlemen, that, you know what? I woke up one day and I said, I don't want to die with my music still in me. How many people here have something in life you want to express and get out before your ride of life's over? Well, let me tell you this right now, ladies and gentlemen, is get going right now on that goal, because for all of us, death, it's inconvenient. It may not be as long as you think it's going to be, and for all of us, death is forever. You're not coming back in this form. Elvis does not work at 7-Eleven. And this is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, because, see, when I got a publisher and an agent, my father, my hero, he cried. My stepmom called me and told me. So I called up my dad, and I said, Dad, I heard you're quite emotional about me getting a publisher and agent. He goes, yes, I am. And I go, why? And he goes, I didn't think you could read, let alone write. I thought the book was going to take me 3 months to write. Why? I'm a public speaker. I do over 100 events a year. I just figured, say it, write it down, boom, you got a book. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? When you're the spoken word and the written word are not the same thing. See, when you're a speaker, you have pausing, gesture, tonality, facial gestures, all that stuff. When you write a book, you can't leave a long blank space and say that's a dramatic pause. Your editor goes, shh, that's out of your book, right? I thought it was going to take me 3 months. 4 years later, the book comes out. 4 years. Then within 4 hours of release, it takes #1 on Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles. I hit 15 bestsellers list. 10 days later, I hit another 10 bestsellers list. This year, 6 years later, my sales are up by over 600% since being a #1 bestseller. I have testimonials from Anthony Robbins, Brian Tracy, New York Times bestsellers. Some people raving, saying it's the best personal development book they've ever read. Every day I get cards and letters from people saying, oh my God, your book changed my life. So what did I learn? And you want to write this down. Thank you. So what did I learn? You want to write this down. And that is, the fortune is always in the follow-through. The fortune is always in the follow-through. If you set a goal and you say, I'm not stopping until I get it, guess what? You'll hit every goal you have. But guess what? Most people quit. There it is again, just before they were about to succeed. One more phone call, one more contact, one more class, one more thing, whatever it is. I'm going to tell you guys something. I know this is going to freak you out, but there was a time in life when there was no Facebook. But that one idea created the fastest and youngest billionaire in history. And it wasn't even his idea. And it wasn't a business idea. He was a cyber bully who wanted to pay out on a girl who broke up with him. And he stole the idea from the twins. But see, they didn't turn into a business, he did. So it's one idea, it's one more distinction, maybe to what you already know, can change the whole game for you. Does that make sense? And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the number one key distinction between successful people and everybody else. You guys ready for it? Yeah. And that is that successful people, we've learned how to manage how we think and feel differently than average people. That's the whole key right there. We all go through the same stuff. We all have fear. We all have doubt. We all have insecurity. Everybody. It all comes down to now, what are you going to do with it? Natalie Cook will tell you it's the fear that cost her the gold medal in Atlanta that won her the gold medal in Sydney. I just taught her how to use the fear differently. We all have it. We learn how to manage it. So how many people here would like to learn how to manage their fear and their thoughts for the rest of your life so you can have everything you want? Say yes. Yes. Because here it comes. Here's the formula for all creation. Thoughts and actions produce results. It's a formula for all creation. Everything started as an idea. You put it into action, you produce a result. Everything. The chairs you're sitting on, the building we're in, your clothes, your phone. Somebody started as an idea, put it into action, create results. So this means that your results that you have right now are just a byproduct of how you're consistently thinking. You want to change this? Change this. And you go from poor thoughts to wealthy thoughts. And people go, well, what's that, Kurek? Should I go out there and start spending money I don't have? No, that's a poor thought. Millionaires, we don't spend money we don't have. What millionaires do, what wealthy people do, is we create wealth. Not spend it, create it. Once you have it, you can spend it, sure, but not before you have it. So the key distinction between successful people and unsuccessful people is that we manage and how we think and feel differently. So I'm going to teach you how to manage it. And in order to be successful in life, you have to be great at... Who's excited?